Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf. I'm just trying to think. One other thing I heard about this morning, and I didn't report it. Actually, a couple of things I want to talk about. I think I'll talk about this first. As you all know, Baltimore native, actress and comedian Monique went on a tirade at a show she did. I don't know where it was, but it was about a week or 2 weeks ago. And she went off on Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah all at the same time. I mean, she was straight in on her. Now, this is a woman who got a lot of accolades and won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Or she should win for Best Actress, but that's another story. For Best Supporting Actress in her role portraying the abusive hood rat in the 2009 movie Precious, which co-starred Gabby Sidibe. Who else was in it? Rod Carey, that fine ass Paula Patton, husband Robin Thicke fucked up with. Robin Thicke fucked up. And Lenny Kravitz. Anyway, whatever his name was. But anyway, so it was actually Lee Daniels, Oprah, and Tyler Perry. I didn't realize all three was behind that project. I did not know. I know Tyler Perry and Oprah was in on it, but I know Lee Daniels was in on that project as well. No surprise there. But it was a good. Some people thought it was a piece of shit movie. I thought it was a very good film. It could have been better, but the type of movie that it was, I understood why it was the type of movie that it was in the first place. It was a very dark film. I can tell you right now, it was a very dark film. But it took people places that some people might have seen in their life or whatever. But it was a very dark movie. I said, wow. It was a very good film. That's something I noticed. You always notice that black people always get Academy Awards for roles that stereotype blacks. Monique for Precious, Denzel Washington for Training Day, Halle Berry for Monsters Ball. Oh, by the way, Monsters Ball, another Lee Daniels project. One of his earlier ones, matter of fact. But anyway, let me get to that, because basically she went on a tirade. She was still talking about Lee Daniels and Oprah and Tyler Perry collectively, basically boxing her out of additional work in Hollywood. Because they were Lee Daniels, and I heard part of the interview. Lee Daniels had said she was difficult to work with, and he did mention what she said about playing the game in Hollywood. And I'll be honest, I can understand her not wanting to play the game in Hollywood, but at some point, I think what happened was the deal that, because she kept saying, and I saw her interview a couple years ago too, and she kept saying about something about she only got paid $50,000 for doing Precious. And I'm thinking, okay, so, and that's what one of her complaints was. But she was saying that what recently they were saying, that she said that other roles that she was getting after she won the Oscar for Precious, they were trying to lowball her, paying her roughly the same amount of money. But the Precious deal was what I kept hearing her complain about at the time. And I'm thinking, well, your husband made a bad deal. Now what happened after that, getting other roles is another story, but I think, I'll be honest with you, I also heard that she was claiming that Lee Daniels had promised her the part of Cookie in Empire. Now, I'm going to be honest, I love Monique, I respect her work, now I ain't but let me put it like this. She wasn't ready. That role was not for her. That's just me personally. I know there was a role for her on Empire. I think there still is a role for her on Empire. I think she should be I I think she should have been hired to do a part on Empire. I've said that. She kind of fits. I mean, her acting skills would definitely fit one of the characters on the show. Whether it be the role that Felicia Rashad played as a mother of whatever the actor's name is, Tay Diggs, or another role in there. But I'm sure she would have fit a role. There was a part for her in there somewhere. But one thing I can honestly say, it wasn't Cookie Lyons. No. Maybe Cookie's side friend or Nemo or whatever. But that particular role wasn't the role that, maybe the role that Gabby Sidibe did on there, was doing on there now. But as far as anybody else, as far as Cookie, nah. That role was not for her. I hate to say it wasn't. No. And I don't know if she was being honest about that or not, because there's no way in hell, if I'm a television and or film director, I would have picked her for that particular part. It wasn't happening. Even if she did lose weight, that role was not for her. You know, I can honestly say that. It was not. It clearly was not. But I will say that she is born to act. She's worked herself up the ranks over the years. She's played a number of movies and TV series. I think personally that Lee Daniels kind of did lowball. He lowballed her, and he got her blacklisted. There's no doubt. I think he did. Matter of fact, I'm sure he did. And I'm sure him and Oprah. I don't know about Tyler Perry, but I'm pretty sure, because I know how Oprah rolls. You know, Oprah. You know, she got that kind of mentality where she, you know, and I've heard, but she's somebody who I don't really think when it comes to community wise, by her being a billionaire, that she gives a fuck anyway. I mean, Oprah is the woman who put together and had schools built over in Africa, as badly needed schools repaired and built and funded in Chicago. That launched Chicago, by the way, that launched her career. I mean, really, oh, really? The city that launched your career, the city that made you an international superstar, really? The city that helped you become a legend in television and the highest paid woman in media, period. Really? So I think on some level she did fall. She fell out of favor with the people, man. And you know, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was the one that helped get Monique blacklisted. I wouldn't be so bit surprised at all by Oprah. I really would not. I really would. You know, because like I said, there were parts for her. Now, whether Monique was difficult or not, I don't know. You know, I kind of wonder, but I'm not sure. But who knows? Who knows? I will say this. When you're working at the corporate level, you do have to kind of play the game. You got to keep a job. You got to work. You got to eat, you know. And some people will play a game with you, you know. But I'll say this, Monique. If you were in that position to write your own ticket like Oprah did, or Tyler Perry, or to some lesser extent Lee Daniels, I could probably see where you're coming from. You haven't built yourself in that position to do that yet. You know, I understand that you need money, and you should have been, you know, your career should be taking off like gangbusters because of what you did do over the last few years. And I'll be the first one to say it. You should be way out there. You know? But Lee Daniels saying, and look, I'm no big fan of Lee Daniels personally, but I mean, I do like his work. His body of work is like, you know, Empire and all that. But anyway, although I got issues with Empire too, but my thing of it is, corporate ladder, especially the white-dominated corporate ladder, you do have to play the game. People do it every day just to survive. You know, The same black people who talking about who would say, "Oh, you cooning, you cooning, you cooning." Yeah, them the same people who would never help you out. They would never help you get a job. They would never make sure that, you know, if you needed a job, that you would be able to eat. You know, the same people who say that shit ain't got a pot to piss in. You know, and I'm gonna say to a certain degree, sometimes you do have to play that game. You know, if you don't have anything to build on already, yeah, play it for a while and build yourself up where you can build yourself right up out of there and start your own thing. That I will say. You know, people do it every day. You know, they do it every single day. They work the corporate ladder, they work their way in there, and they work their way right back out. Just people do it every day, starting their own businesses, you know. And like I said, you know, but when they say play the game, hey, everybody, you know, that works at some point do gotta kiss a little ass to get to the top. You know, everybody does it. Everybody does it. You know, and y'all, some of y'all black people out there, oh, you ain't gonna get to it. Yeah, I bet if you had a pot to piss in, you would, wouldn't you? You know. So I mean, and I understand what she's saying, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I know, you know, look at Kevin Hart. No, don't get me wrong. And I like Kevin Hart. I do. You know, but he is a comedian. Like other comedians do a little of that buck dancing too. You know, they all do. That means you took Corey Holcomb. I seen that terrible Watermelon Ice movie you did. You did it too. You know, they all do it. You know, to get in the business. Even he did it, and he was talking shit about everybody. You know, and hey, look where he's at today. You know, he's eating good, from my understanding. You know. So, you know, Monique, don't get me wrong. You should be able to be the same, to play the same game everybody else do in Hollywood. You know, whether it be white or black, to get the kind of money you need to get. You know, and I'll be the first one to say it. She's right. She is right. She should be able to get a comparable salary that other Hollywood actors and actresses get, regardless of color. I honestly say that, and I do have to agree with her on that. But like everybody else in the corporate ladder, you do got to play the game. You know, there's average people every day that has to play the game to stay afloat. But if you're trying to write your own meal ticket and build a brand for yourself, sometimes you got to do just that. You know. And for those who say, well, she ain't got to butt down for nobody, the same people ain't gonna help you out. Them same black people. And I'm calling y'all out about it. The same black people who sit there and tell you, yeah, she ain't bucking down to nobody. The same people who would never help you if you down and out. You know, just remember that. Those people ain't gonna do shit for you, but talk shit and like to watch controversy happen all the time. They don't have a problem with you if you broke or not. No. But they wouldn't help you on the way up either. And some of them haven't. This is DJ Wolf. That's all I had to say about that one. You know, I'm trying to think. I do have another one coming up, so. Although I don't really care to talk about it because it didn't really. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about it right quick. I'll talk about it a little later. All right, it's DJ Wolf.